guys. Hey, hold on one sec. How are you all doing? I know it's been a month since we last saw each other, and right now my desk is not a mess. It's a little bit of a different setup for me. I have my monitor split right now because I'm doing a big tutorial, and that's part of it. So I have my desk kind of taken up by the tutorial right now, and my camera stuff everywhere. So it's kind of a crazy little bunch. I hope you're all doing well. And let's get into some hellos and highs. So let's go back up. Hey, Frizzy. Hey, sweetie. How are you doing? Hi, Mateo. And Shannon. Hey, sweetie. Cecilia. And I just saw something from Cecilia, which I'll get to in just a moment. Let's see. And Lynn, thank you for being a member for 2 months. I'll get to that here in just a second. Hi, Monique. Hi, sweetie. And Lynn, again, hi. And there's sweet Sam. Hi, how are you doing? Good morning. Hope everybody is dandy and fine and dandy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. It's cold here today, so I'm wearing this, not my normal polos. Okay, so keep on going. And Quilty Crocheter, hi, how are you doing? And Susan Burke, hi. And Yarn Therapy with Ruth, hi, sweetie, how are you doing? And I hope you all can hear me fine. Sometimes I unplug my mic and forget to plug it back in, but everything looked fine. Hi, Vivian and Kimberly, hi, how are you doing? And hey, Nessa, hey, sweetie. And Jen, hi, Jen. And VJ, hi man, how are you doing? And there's the other VJ. Hi, sweetie. Man, I really wish I can catch more lives. Just, especially with this, I have to film this tutorial row by row. It's the Christmas tapestry I'm doing, and it has to be filmed row by row. There is very little that I'm not able to film row by row in it, so it's taken its time for sure. Plus, I've been busy with the two blankets that are over here, which will go out next week to Juan. You know, you got Bunny Meadows here, and then that's Gigabyte. And then I made some Star Trek scarves. So those will all be coming out. I don't know when exactly the Star Trek scarves coming out, because as soon as this gets filmed, then I got to hurry up and edit it and get it out. I still have the pocketed scarf. I still have the slouchy. I still have a few things filmed. And I'm getting more and more and more. And then I'm developing some new, well, not developing, but I'm figuring out some old stitches. And I've got a lot. I'm just busy all the time. Panda doesn't get a lot of time with me. Okay, thank you, Marquita. Thank you, sweetie. And let's see. And Susan Burke, hi, how are you doing? And Sonja West, hi, sweetie. And everything just jumped. Let's see. Melissa G, hi, how are you? And I know we had I got some stars over here. So we have Lynn, who's been with us for 2 months. Thank you, Lynn. And then we got a new member, Cecilia. And then Sam gave 5 memberships. My goodness, girl. And Art Junkie's been a member for 4 months. Oh, my goodness. So this is what we're going to do. Let me get over here. I got to find the video. So this is for... Oh, my goodness. This is for Cecilia. And this is for Sam and Shannon from Art Junkie and Lynn the Crafty Cranker. And hi, Jan Hill. How are you doing? Let's see. Quick hello before I go to sleep. Oh, it's 11. Ooh. Can't be alive because I can't see the questions. Progressing well on my gig. Awesome. Awesome. I've seen your pictures that you posted in the Facebook group, and it is awesome. By the way, I have added an actual real Facebook group. The Facebook that I had, I didn't realize was a business account and wouldn't allow people to do anything. So I have changed to a Facebook group. That link is under my About section now, and everything should be good there so far. And hey, Hexen, how are you doing? And Donna. And hi, Sunita, how are you? Hope you're doing well, sweetie. Let's keep going. So, tomorrow's video is not a tips, tricks, or an item make. Tomorrow's video is a yarn haul video. A couple of weeks ago, Infinitely Zero Nessa showed some really cool gradients from Hirschner's. And as you know, I'm more of a Joann's person. I'm more of a big twist. I love big twist. The Gigabyte was done with Hirschner's, but seeing those colorways, oh my gosh, I had to grab them. So I got the gradients that she showed off, and then I made another order. I was allowed to go a little crazy with some yarn, so there's going to be a few videos coming up throughout the different weeks of the different yarn hauls that I got, because I was allowed to go crazy sort of with Hirschner's and really crazy on big twist stuff. And I got a lot of big twists recently. So there's going to be a lot of cool tutorials coming out. I got more blankets coming. Oh my gosh, do I have blankets. And as you know, like ever since that big one that I did for Puppies That Play for Bag a Day, that one kind of burnt me out on blankets. But not too much, obviously, not too much. And I've got a lot more in my head that I have been sketching out and working on, and just a lot. Hi, Denise. How are you doing? Hi, Rose. How are you, sweetie? Rose Rennick. Let's see. Hi, Lenny. Everyone in the chat. I am listening while I eat dinner and not looking at the chat. Okay, sweetie. Enjoy your dinner. And hi. Hey, Mama Winch. Marianne, how are you? Let's see. I'm going to try to keep going. I don't want to get too lost in the chat where I'm constantly having to scroll up. And man, it keeps jumping on me. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. So yeah, I've got, and then there's a yarn haul that I got. I went to a website. I was told about this, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago when I was looking for some certain glow-in-the-dark yarn that I wanted. And I couldn't remember the website, but I finally remembered it and went to it, and I ordered the yarn. It's called Bling Bling Yarns. And it's glow-in-the-dark, and it is a really cool. Like, they have the color yarns, but, you know, and they glow in the dark, but they glow in the dark that greenish color, but I didn't really care about that too much. I wanted a certain color for a certain shirt, or what is it? Not a shirt. A hoodie. A certain hoodie that I have in my mind that I want to make. And I was only able to find that color there, of course. And then the other two colors that I wanted for that certain shirt, I was only able to find at Hirschner's. So I was able to, I got the stuff at Hirschner's and there to go with it. So it's going to be a shirt with some glow in the dark. So it's going to be, I'll be doing a review on that yarn just because I've never messed with it, and I don't really, I've only seen people that have reviewed it that were sent the stuff to review it, And I know when you're sent stuff to review things, you got a set of guidelines you have to follow. And this is going to be a 100% true review of the yarn. I've never been sent guidelines to review anything. So you get whatever I say is usually, hey Heidi, is usually, and hi Jackie, and Melanie J, whatever I say about a yarn is usually just my opinion and not being told by a script to say something. And so I got that will be coming out. A couple more yarn hauls from Hirschner's and Joann's. Sorry for what? Oh, I probably because she's not here and she's over. Probably Nessa because she's over at the Dib cell, so that's fine. I nobody owns a spot on YouTube, so and that's hey Karen, how are you doing? And just fluffy crochet or just fluffy quilting and yarn crafts. um, I did have to go get some totes and Big Lots. This is last weekend or weekend before last when Panda was out of town. I had to go get some totes for some yarns because I had more yarn come in. And while I was there at Big Lots, because the Big Lots by our house is closing down, they had this yarn for 50 cents. And I normally don't like Bret Hart. I don't really care for Red Heart. However, they had two of these, and I've been trying to think of there's a stitch that I know is not out there, but there's a stitch that I was wanting to do an infinity scarf in. I just didn't know what yarn. That's the yarn. So that kind of, as soon as I saw it, I knew, oh my gosh, that's going to be the hourglass stitch. That's going to be the infinity scarf. I knew it right then and there. Look at that. Hey, Ola Joe. Yeah, it was great that it was only 50 cents and they like both skeins or cakes. Perfect. And they had a little bit of that was hanging. I didn't really care about that. That never bothers me. But this would look I thought it would look beautiful in an infinity scarf in I'll show you the stitch. Let me pull my needle because I was working it up earlier. I wasn't working on a tutorial today, this yet, until later today. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because I'm more. By the way, the new mainstays yarns, they are rough. I am not kidding you. The new mainstay color, because they revamped their colors. Like I had to get this certain blue for that Star Trek scarf. This blue, and it is rough. I'm not a fan. Mainstay used to be soft, but I don't know if you can see that stitch all that well. There you go. But that's the hourglass stitch that I am working on, that I'm going to be end up using in with this stuff for the infinity scarf. Let's see. Sorry about that. It is a really pretty colorway, Denise. It is very pretty. But it's just, I'm not sure. It feels soft. It doesn't feel like all the other Red Heart harsh. But that new mainstays was just, oh my gosh, it was driving me nuts working with it. Yes, just fluffy. It is, that's it. It is now the main stones. Yes. Awesome, Olajo. Because that's the stitch I want to use in that for the infinity scarf. And I think it'd look pretty. There's, oh, I don't have it out. But what I ended up doing too is I had to reorganize a lot of my yarn because a lot coming in. They I had those oh, what are they called? These these things, boxes in over on this one. Well, I ended up moving my tutorial yarns over here so that way I can do my stitch tutorials a lot better. And I'm using the 5 that I have of those. I'm using those as my project boxes to go ahead and start moving to my next projects. It just makes it easier for me. Uh, oh, there's something else I did work on. You know, if you've been, hey, Crafting Amy, how are you doing? And Ricky, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Let me play this for you. And this is for my lurkers. And I wanted to tell you guys, thank you for being here. If you're new subscriber, thank you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you are going to be watching the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. And hey, Michelle, how are you doing, sweetie? Now, I have had this idea in my head for a good 5 or 6 months, and it was a braided ear warmer. Well, I finally sat down and did it. I haven't done a tutorial on it yet because I got some tweaking I need to do to this pattern, but it came out really, really well, and I made it a braided ear warmer, and it's twisted in the front. I'm going to do a twisted and a non-twisted, so that way you could do either one. And the thing I need to work on is doing the braid a little bit looser, because it was a little tight when I made it. Because I don't have hair, I don't braid it, so I don't know how tight they should be. So it's just one of those things. I need to play with it just a little bit more. And I like the way it worked up in the tweed yarn, because I have a lot of that tweed, so I need to use it. And thank you again, Ricky. And did I get any new to me yarn? I've got lots of new to me yarn. That stuff will be coming out here soon. Trying to think. But these tutorials, now I wanted to show y'all something on these scarves, what I ended up doing. I know I don't braid my luscious hair, Ricky, at all. So I am a huge Trekkie, of course. But they had these, do I have one down here? Aha, I do. You can tell I don't ever do any of these lives prepared. They have these, I don't know, they're like little brad things. Come on, focus thing there. And they have little pokers on them. And they're perfectly like gold, right? I love them for this reason only, because they look like the Star Trek pips. So I put them on there, and they stay on there. This is I've wanted to remake these. These are my original, or not my original. The first thing I ever made in Tunisian 13 years ago was Star Trek scarves. Oh, okay, Ricky. Awesome. The first thing I ever made in Tunisian was these Star Trek scarves. And I've always wanted to remake them. So the past week, before I started the holiday tapestry, I remade them. And now I had to use, because Big Twist didn't have this certain blue that I wanted, or that certain gold that I wanted. They had the red, but I'm not going to mix and match yarns. So I went with Big Twist red, not Big Twist. The mainstays are all 3 of these, even the black. And I'm not a fan of it. I'll put this back up real quick. But That will be a tutorial, and you don't have to do it as Star Trek. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it as a different way for people. Exactly, Ola. Exactly, Andrea. Um, and because you could change that to any color, and you can decrease the triangle and then remake it again. So it's just one of those that you could do it any way you want. I'm going to show you when I do the tutorial. I'm not going to use black. I'm going to use two colorways that will show up really cool or really good on the camera. But this holiday thing, I'm going to show you. I normally don't give stuff away, but I am right now. I'm trying to pull it up. Give me one moment. See if I can show it. I have to scroll up for a little bit because I got to find it first. I showed it off on It's Raining Yarns Russ's live last week. But I want to... Oh, come on. Where is it? Why has it been that long ago since I sent it? I just got to scroll this through chats. Sorry. And it's not going to be anything like the Beetleween. The Beetleween originally was going to be a blanket. Believe it or not, it was supposed to be a blanket, but the size was ending up being a little too small because the pearl stitch, not the pearl stitch, the reverse stitch kind of shrinks, and I didn't take that into account when I made it. So I ended up turning it into a tapestry. This it is going to be 100% tapestry. And let's see if I can do this. Open Avenger, yes. Oh heck, that's too big. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Give me 1 second. Present. Well, where do we go? Share screen. Share screen. That's what we're going to. And share. That is what the holiday tapestry is going to look like. And as you can tell, it's a row by row filming thing. So it's going to take me a while. It's not as big. It's definitely not going to be as big, but it'll still be a decent sized tapestry. And my plan is to do a tapestry eventually for every holiday and get them out there. Just do, because I know some people want to do tapestry, some people want to do blankets, I know some people want to do item make, so I'm trying to fit all that in there. Hey Don, how are you? But I'm just trying to, because I already have a good one that I have an idea for what's that holiday? Valentine's Day, that holiday. Oh, no problem, sweetie. And I it's going to be similar to the Valentine's Day scarf, but it's going to be just one big tapestry. And I'm going to keep my tapestries this size as this now, which is roughly going to be, I can't tell you the length yet because I have not, I'm still working it up. But roughly it should be about 23 to 24 inches wide. So that's, 2 feet. That's not bad for a tapestry, and something you can just put up for the holidays and whatever. Hey Sandy, how are you? And hey Pammy. And I got a lot. You'll see in the Joann's yarns, a lot of yarns that I just recently got. I'm going to be doing a lot of some. Hey Samantha Stewart. Um, what are those things? Quilted crocheter beanies that I have in my head But before we even go get there, there's going to be a really cool scarf coming up in the next few weeks. Well, I'm going to be baking it, and probably right after I start this tutorial, I have a few other quick tutorials I need to do. Then I'm going to be working on this one scarf. It's a hooded scarf. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. And I am really hoping you guys are going to love it. It's going to be made out of the Big Twist Supernova. And it's a hooded scarf. The only thing I need to figure out is the hood. I've already got the stitch figured out. I've already got how it's going to be designed to figure it out. And it's just getting to the hood. The hood part is going to be... Sandy, I knew you'd pick that up. And I just got to figure out that aspect of it, which will also give me an idea how I want to work the hoodie. And that way I can... Hi, Sherry. How are you doing, sweetie? Get everything together and figure out how to do the hoodie and how I want the hoodies to look. The hoodie part of it. The Supernova... Yeah, the Big Twist Supernova Mother Earth colorway is such a beautiful colorway, and I can't wait to work with it and get that up into a pattern for you guys. There's also some other new colorways from Joann's that I show off in my Joann video, which I'm not going to release this next week because I need to do an item make. It might be an item make or it might be a tips video. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, just because there's some really cool tips out there. There's a lot of cool tips out there that you could do with Tunisian, and we just, not that we didn't notice it or didn't know it, it just didn't dawn on us to do it. And Panda's been working something up in a really cool tip that I think would be a really cool tip video. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll, hey, me, Mom, Chris, and everybody that came in, how are y'all doing? So we're trying to, I'm trying to juggle what I want to come out, when I want it to come out. That's a hard part. And whoever says being a content creator is easy, they're lying. It is not easy. Besides sitting here making the stuff, judging when to put stuff out, that's the hard part. And then you have this set schedule, and then you make these things for these set schedules, and then things get upended. Like, I had to move everything around so I can get these 2 tutorials out. And that's throwing me out of whack and trying to get things all... Oh my gosh, is all I gotta say. Hi, library lady. How are you doing? Let's see. Girl, I'm always here to listen. You know that. Let's see. Hi, Dimitri. How are you? I mean, I still have, like, bags. I have all that stuff. I still need to... Oh, I love it, Dom P. Do you mind if I show it? Just waiting on Dom P. All right, drive safe. All right, this is what Dom P has. It's a Tunisian washcloth that she's working on. That is pretty. I like that. The red, white, and blues. That is very pretty. Man, I like that. Let's see if I can make that a little bit darker. There we go. That's a lot better. That is pretty. I like that. Wow. Like, you can tell I'm a Trekkie, so boom. Hope you're doing well, Don. Hey, Don A, I sent you a message. But there's also another colorway. I'm gonna make something just for giggles because I don't see anything being made. I don't want to say useful, but when I show you here in just a second, you'll understand what I mean. Now, as you know, Joann's came out within the last 2 months with a mess ton of new colorways. This, oh my gosh, it's not even coming up as bright as it really is. This is called Safety Yellow. And if you see those safety vests that people wear, it's brighter than that. So it is very bright. So I'm probably going to do a safety belt just for poops and giggles. I wanted to do that. Sorry, I got to reach down and grab my blanket. It is cold. I don't know what the weather is like where y'all are, but it is rainy, and I don't even think it's supposed to be a 50 today. It's 52 right now, and then it's supposed to be 49 tomorrow. Good old Texas Panhandle weather for you, and raining. Yeah, it's very brighter than that. It is like safety jacket yellow. It's brighter than that. It is so bright. So I was thinking of just doing uh, a poop and giggles tutorial for a safety belt. But there's also they got some other colorways which you'll see. I know there's somebody's. They're not. There's somebody in our chat who does not like that color. But there's two cool colors that came out that I want to mix together and make a kind of a, I don't want to say Valentine's Day beanie or slouchy, but close enough to Valentine's Day. It's two different colors of Blink, but they're really pretty colors of Blink. One's called Cotton Candy, and I don't remember the other one. Diva is the other one. And I think in those two, if I work them up really cool together, I can make something that I have in my head. It's with interlocking hearts and do it from there. Oh man, they got some, like I said, they had some real cool colorways. I'm going to put these two together. This is charcoal. And this is mustard. Mustard's been around, but charcoal is one of the newer colors. But I want to work these two together, and I want to do a mosaic beanie. I don't want to knit cap. I guess you can call them knit caps, but because I don't want it to be skull forming. And then they actually came out with the blue that I have been wanting. I know y'all have heard me talk about this Kronos wrap. I've been wanting to start it, but I could never find the perfect blue. And I don't want to use a blue just to use a blue. I want it to be how I envisioned it. Now, the blue that they finally came out with, that I finally got, that's going to go for this Kronos wrap, because it's going to be a white and blue. It's going to be more of a Greek-inspired design for this wrap. Now I can actually start it here soon. Is this blue, and it's called Cerulean Blue, and it's one of the newer ones that came out within the past few months. So they finally had it. I was able to actually grab it, and that is going to go really, really well with the blue that I had in my head. You know, I have plenty of blues, dark blues, but none of the Cerulean Blue, and all the other blues that I have just wasn't there in my mind. It wasn't the blue that I wanted. And the Kronos wrap, like I said, it is a Greek design, and I'm planning on starting it right after, hopefully within the next 4 weeks, maybe, depending on how fast I can figure out this hood. But then I have, after the Kronos, I have one that I need to find. There's certain colors that I'm looking for this one. And It may have to be made out of Hirschner's. I'm not 100% positive yet. And that one will actually be made specifically for another content creator who is in here right now, who goes live. I'm going to give it away. Who goes live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it's, what did I name it? Hold on, I got to look at my names. And I've already got the okay to use the name, that it's not seen that way, but it's going to be called the Nubian Star. This rap will scream this person. Everything about that person. Yes, you, VJ. And that, just everything about VJ will be in there. And it just, yeah, I don't know what it is. It just came to my mind and everything screamed VJ. She's all about culture, not just her culture. She loves every culture. VJ is, she's everywhere. And VJ is the essence of what we all should strive to be. VJ is one of the most kindest people I know, and that I've gotten to talk to off camera. She is just such a great supporter of everybody. You know, she's loves to show off everybody else's work. It's never about her. It's about you. It's about your work, what you're making, and VJ is just such a great, great person. And if you haven't subscribed to VJ, you should. And if you want to drop your link, which I should have done this earlier, if you want to drop your link, type bunny. And I am so sorry about that. Yeah, exactly, Nessa. She's helpful. She's nice. Everything about VJ just is the embodiment of what our community should be and needs to be. She's just phenomenal. There's a couple other projects. I've got quite a few raps, and of course, you know the Bunny Meadows was inspired because of is an honor of Miss C. Just fluffy quilting. She's just phenomenal. Her attitude, everything. She's just a great person. Everything. You'll fall in love with her. Trust me. And Pammy. And I don't know why I keep blocking over there. And of course, if you don't realize, my drop word is just always going to be a type of stitch. That's what it's going to be. There's going to be a Roman inspired rap. There's going to be an American Indian inspired rap. There's one that's actually inspired by another creator who goes live on Sunday nights. And I get the name of that one's going to be The Princess of the Rhine. If you know, you know. And that rap is going to be almost, I don't want to say it's going to be a rap. It may be a rap. It may be a cocoon cardigan. I'm not 100% positive on that. Or shrug, I mean. But I want to work some beadwork into it that I have. And I want to kind of display her culture too. Because, you know, VJ and Michi were some of my first supporters. They were some of my first subscribers too. And they've always encouraged me to keep going. Just like everybody does. You know, they've listened. But so how are y'all been doing this week? I mean, I've just been busy on filming this. Frizzy B can tell you I have been. There was a part with some of these letters that I filmed it 6 times, and each 6 time the count was wrong, and I don't know what I was doing, so I just put it away and went to bed. And so I just, then last night I woke up and busted out a mess ton of it, and I'm hoping to have this out. What is that day? 18th. The 22nd is when this tutorial should come out. Don't hold me to that, but yes. Yeah, he was afraid that he was going to be late to my live because he didn't get off till just 40 minutes ago. And then I've got two, oh my gosh, two ideas for two different ones. So I can't even talk, including the braided. I have two more ideas for two more ear warmers. One I'm calling the princess because it's going to look really cool. The other one, I don't know what I'm calling it yet. And the princess and that one's going to be made a different way. Instead of working them up vertically, you're going to work it up horizontally. You holding me to it, Sam? But and I did get another Hirschner's order in just recently, and it's the solids to go with the gradients that I have. That there's at least 3 blanket ideas I have for those 3 blanket patterns. Okay, Sandy. So I made 3 scarves, 3 Star Trek inspired scarves. That's all they really are. I mean, it's a very simple pattern, and oh, oh my goodness, Michael, and it's got those. I don't know what they're actually called because I found them years ago at Walmart. Um, they're little pin things. Let's see. Oh, that's not going to work. See if I can get it to show up better this way. They have little claws in them, and then you just push it in and then fold your claws over, and it holds. And it's simple, but what I'm going to do with the tutorial is I'm going to work it up in different colors so that way you can see your possibility of what you can make with that idea. Y'all see who's in here? Yes, yes, upholstery studs. That's exactly what they are. Now that you said that. Brads are, yeah, and they work great and they hold up really well in the wash. Um, and they actually, they hold up well in the wash. They hold up really perfect on it because you can clamp them down and they stay. Exactly, Pammy. Like with this pattern, your possibilities, you can change it however you want. And that's what I try to do with my pattern, except for the 2 blankets. I try to do anything in my patterns that you can change all you want. You can change it to fit you. Uh, the width, it's a adjustable pattern. Well, the blankets are even adjustable. You can make them wider if you want to. But with the Star Trek scarves, I just did them that way so that way you could see the actual lines that the oh my goodness, there. So you can see the triangles, and you can replicate that again to go up more and do whatever you want. Uniform rummaging. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Um, but I try to make my patterns to where they're adjustable to where how you want it. There's no real set way to do it or size wise, unless you're wanting to make it for, let's say, the blankets for Boggy Creek, then it needs to be this many stitches in order to fit the Boggy Creek size. Jen, hey Jen, how are you doing, sweetie? Jen Reeves. But there's also a couple more like I said, I've got like three or four. Who am I kidding? I have 8 different designs for blankets coming up that I got to work on, and that's why I had the second order of Hirschner's come in, because I wanted the solids that go with 2 different colorways of the gradients, because there's some ideas there's 2 blankets for that I have, and then I've got some big twists that I have over here hidden, and that I have ideas for those too. And I know I'm a little behind on Christmas stuff. I should have already been putting out a lot of Christmas stuff, but truthfully, my original plan was to actually start like doing item makes in August, but then my growth pushed that to May. So if I would have started in August, I would have been on track where I wanted to be. But because I had to push everything, now everything's getting all jibble dabbled, which is great. Don't get me wrong, it's great. It's just my mind is still scattered of trying to get all this stuff out. And I have everything written down. I have it all over there on the board, and I have it on my project sheets, and there's a lot of project sheets. So when it comes off the board, it goes onto a project sheet, and I start making it right away. Then other stuff builds up on the board. And so I'm going to be filming a lot of stuff for next year, so that way I can start by talking with Panda. Probably around August of next year, I'm going to start dropping Halloween stuff every week. And then right after Halloween, then I'm going to start dropping, I'm going to do a few things for Thanksgiving for 2 weeks, and then start dropping Christmas stuff, because there's a lot of Christmas stuff and there's a lot of Halloween stuff that I have on my lists that I need to do, I want to do. And then plus I am looking, don't hold me to this, but I am looking at doing a tea cow. That's a Tunisian crochet along. However, that may not happen within the next year, just because of where I stand right now. I don't want to overwork myself, and I'm not overworking myself, but I don't want to overwork myself. And then I'm also sitting there. Good night, Mima. Um, I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, and I'm still also trying to figure out what my next bag a day conversion is going to be. I have it narrowed down, but she's got thousands to pick from, and that's hard to narrow down already. But I have it narrowed down to 3, so I'm not 100%. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet. And what I may end up doing is just signing a number to those 3, and putting them and asking Google to pick a number, because all 3 of these would be really good to do. I know complementing stitches. Like whenever I pick something of hers, like just like the shirt I did, I want to find a stitch that complements what she does, what she did it in. So I'm trying these 3. I know I can find complementary stitches. It's just trying to narrow it down. Which 3 do I want? I may that's one of her, Pammy. That's one of the ones on the list. And but just narrowing it down which one, because there's so many great and beautiful patterns that she's done, and that her allowing me to do that is just, it's phenomenal in itself. And then her appreciating what I've done is just another phenomenal thing. But I have it narrowed down to those, to one of them being a shawl, one of them being a cardigan, and one of them being, what was the other thing? A beanie. I'm not 100% positive which one I want to do. And because I have, like, we have the thumb drive that has all her patterns in it and everything, and it's just, oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. There's so many I want to do, but then there's also so many of my own things I want to do. Because of being, as a creator, being able to convert her stuff is great, but I'm not allowed to go to another Tunisian artist and make their pattern on camera. Not that I would, because that deserves to be with that creator and let them do that. So it's just one of those things. I just need to pick which one I want to do next. I do have my own shawls planned. There's so many great stitches out there. I have a Ruana planned, and a Ruana that I am going to trim with this yarn. Boom. And so I have that Ruana figured out for that one, and with a certain stitch that's not out either. So what I try to do, and if you is I drop a stitch tutorial, and then that week or within a week or two later, I drop a tutorial item with that stitch. That's what I try to do, because it just makes sense to me. That's just me. I haven't worked with the faux fur yet, this faux fur yet, but it feels really soft, and it actually, to me, feels softer than the loops and threads faux fur. But, I'm a big twist junkie, so what can I say? I'm going to be partial. Come on, pay me now. VJ, I could probably contact them and ask, but the way I'm also about it is, that does belong, that to me deserves to stay with that creator. That's just me. That's just the way I think. Yeah, if I make something and somebody wants to put it on their channel and they ask me, I'm gonna say yes. But that's just the way I think. I don't know why. Plus, I have a mess ton of my own. I mean, that list is over here has got about 100 items on it that I want to make of my own, and then this is actually more. It's 32 pages of different projects, so there's over 130 some odd ideas here. That is so true, VJ. I am. And Panda's been learning a lot, and I will help him if he asks for it. Now, not, there's times he's asked for it, and I'll help him. But then there's times he'll just pop up in my video and watch it and learn it. Hey, if he's learning it that way, that tells me at least one person's learning from my videos, and that's all I wanted. And well, I finally got him his own Tunisian set for our 23rd anniversary being together is coming up in 2 weeks. And so for that, I got him his own Tunisian set, exactly like mine, but it's the Knit Pro. So Knit Pro and Knitter's Pride, if you don't know, are really just the same company. Knit Pro is just what they use overseas. And I got him the Knit Pro Ginger set because it's in millimeters, and I always say millimeters in my videos and tell him in millimeters. And you know, without one of these things to do the conversion, you're always like, well, what is 6 millimeter to, you know, if you look at my needle set, it has I/K9 or whatever on it. You know, I know what that means, but a lot of people really don't. So I got him one that says it has the millimeters on it. It's the exact same set. And speaking of somebody who just popped in, Miss C, I want to show you what she sent me. She sent me her Tunisian hooks. They're Afghan hooks. And I was astonished when I got them. And the letter that she sent with it, which I won't read, because it got me to tears and it'll get me to tears again. But she sent me these, and just know they will be getting used. I've already used the metal one, the silver one, and I will be using these a lot, so they will get used. Thank you again. And of course, that's another person, you know, that's who that blanket is inspired by, in honor of, because, you know, she brings the community together too. All right, good night, Pammy. Have a good dinner. And it's just about time to end it here. So let's see what we got over here. But I want to let you all know that, you know, thank you for being here. I do once a month, and I know people would love to see me more, but with everything I have going on with the channel and constantly creating these things, I don't have the time to do that as much as I would love to do it. And if you're a creator and you're on here, you just know that I do watch your lives. If I don't watch the live, I will watch the replay. 9 times out of 10, I don't comment because I'm usually got my hands full working things up, trying to figure out stitches or filming, and I just got you up so I can hear, and I'm not paying attention to chat, and I don't normally chat because I can't, because I'm doing other stuff, but I am there. And there's just been times that I haven't been able to catch people's lives, and I really hate that I can't catch them. And I do watch the replays, and I'm horrible. I will give the thumbs up, but I don't comment. I've always been horrible like that, and I'm sorry. But I do watch. But I want to thank you all for being here. You guys are the backbone of our community. You guys are the reason we do what we do. You guys keep us going. And as I always say, remember to always keep stitching.